how important is it to you to agree on song splits before you get in the studio, and why and how do you determine these splits with multiple people on a record in your camp?
Well, it depends on how many people are on that song. First of all, am I writing? Am I doing the hook? Am I doing the verses? And you want to that's a whole other part of it right there, Ron. A lot of people don't understand how you get paid. Like I used to feature on a lot of things, and I'd never filled out a white sheet. I ain't never fill out a split sheet. I ain't never fill out nothing. Just dropping my lyrics and walking away from the studio, and their songs on the radio, and they're getting paid their their royalties, and I'm getting nothing.
Nothing.
And it takes a while for you to get it where you're like, I need to cover myself. Yes, you need to cover yourself. So you need to set your company up. You need to have your ASCAP, your BMI, or whatever, and you do need to have your idea of what you want. I think a lot of people don't know what they want out of the song.
Come on.
So it's like, hey, I want as much as I can get out of this song. I want half of it. If I'm doing it with you, I want half of it. Right. If we're adding another person, then let's do it in thirds, right. But you gotta ask for what you want. I think that's a huge difference. Rico, you were asking me a minute ago. I used to never ask for what I wanted. Right. And then one day I just said, Bible says you have not because you ain't asking right.
Now I want you to stop. Okay. Go back to, I want you to talk about why you didn't ask for it. And what I want you to do is I want you to deal with the fact of why you didn't ask for it, and then why now you changed to ask for it. But I want you to deal with your state of mind when you didn't ask for it, because somebody else is battling this right now. Correct. And you need to speak to what changed your mind and speak to that. Right.
All right. I didn't think I was worthy. I didn't think that I was good enough. I thought that the other person whose song I'm getting on was doing me a favor. So it's like they've been doing it longer than me. People know them more than they know me. Why should I even ask for anything out of this? Because this is going to benefit me in the long run. And here's the thing. Ministry is a business. If you're going to continue to do it, you're going to have to generate some income, or you're not going to be able to keep doing it on the scale you really want to do it on. I mean, you could just stay at home or on your block or at your church and do it. But if you're trying to travel, if you're trying to get called to big events and concerts and things like that, you have to get in the mindset of I am running a business. What God gave me, I need to steward. And if these talents that I have, I don't need to just be like, I didn't do anything with it, Jesus. And you don't want to be that person. So learning that you are just as good as the next person. You said it a minute ago, Ron. There aren't any superstars.
Right.
But it's like, when you first come into this game, you think, hey, they're better than me. And I really had to have a moment. And I'm going to tell you, this is my moment. So we don't play cuss words in our house. As far as music, I have teenagers. We just don't play that game. And one day I was recording, and my husband thinks he's a DJ. So he's just having fun with our kids. And then I hear Cardi B, and I'm working on my music. And I'm like, ooh. Cardi B. And I love Cardi.
Right.
I love her. I think she's in her zone. She's doing her thing. More props to her. Shout out to her. But it did something to my heart. I was like, oh, y'all gonna play Cardi B. But I got all this music and y'all not playing me. And literally, I said, Lord, I need you to help me with my heart right now, because Cardi B didn't do anything to me. And I'm starting to feel a type of way. And God was like, listen, she does what she does. You do what I'm asking you to do. What you're doing don't last forever. Cardi B might get saved listening to your music. So it's like, you don't know, you have no idea what I'm doing with your music. And because my ministry is a Christian ministry, it's of Christ. His word is forever. So I didn't even value what I was doing. I'm sitting here placing more value on somebody who's on TV, acting crazy and not even appreciating my get to do, like it's a get to do the stuff we do. Y'all DJ and all this stuff. This is the luxury. This is not, this ain't the type of ministry that, you getting shot at trying to go to an underground church. Like we are having fun doing what we do. And I just was like, I had to have a moment where I had to value who God was and what he was doing in me and what kind of music I'm doing. And then that's really changed it for me from a business perspective. It was like, okay, I want to steward what God has given me to do. And I want to make sure that if somebody wants to sow a seed, they can. If they don't have it, that's fine. But I don't want to miss an opportunity to bless somebody else. And that's what happens. Everything that comes in, it helps me to go out and do more. So yeah, once you realize that, you'll set it up right. You'll set it up right. But I know it's a long drawn out answer, but
no, I mean, it's your answer. Ron, go ahead. What you gonna say, bro?
Well, I'm just saying, with the turning point with a lot of artists when they come to that crossroads is that, okay, if the venue or the person that's inviting me, if they do not have my money or my fee, will I still come? Okay.
Half the time you ain't gonna get your money anyway. If y'all ain't learned that by now, you better learn. Like, listen, that half stuff. Look, and y'all know what I'm saying. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Sometimes they get the people to come to the venue and you have your money, and sometimes they don't. And your heart, that's why your heart has to be right. It's like you have to have your heart in the right place. Like, Lord, I will go where you say go. I will go where you say go, and it's fine. If I don't, I'm gonna be a blessing anyway, because that's why I'm going. So I think once you really get into ministry, you don't get stuck on the money. I mean, I think if that's my personal experience,